Welcome to Mindful Insights, a place where we come together to explore the wisdom that lives within us all, the wisdom that has the power to truly transform our lives. Today, we're diving deep, my friends, into the 12 universal laws. Think of them as ancient whispers passed down through generations in different words and forms, principles observed and lived by our ancestors for centuries. These laws offer a glimpse, a deeper understanding into how the universe truly operates. And more importantly, they show us how to align ourselves, how to find our rhythm with the natural flow of life so that we can manifest our dreams. Now, let's begin with the very foundation, the bedrock upon which everything else stands, the law of divine oneness. Close your eyes for just a moment and imagine a vast, intricate web stretching out infinitely. Every single thread, no matter how small, is connected. That's us, that's everything. From the smallest grain of sand on a beach to the most distant star in the night sky, we are all part of one magnificent unified whole. This isn't just some new age idea, my friends. It's about recognizing that our actions, our thoughts, even our unspoken feelings, they ripple outwards. They have an impact, touching everything and everyone around us. When we allow ourselves to believe we're separate, that's when we create division, when we experience pain and loneliness. But when we embrace our interconnectedness, that's when we discover true compassion, deep understanding, and an overwhelming sense of belonging. So I want you to truly see yourself not as some isolated island adrift at sea, but as a vital, essential part of this vast and magnificent cosmic ocean. Make a conscious effort every single day to see the unity, the oneness in all things. When you connect with nature, when you look into the eyes of a stranger and see your own reflection, when you reach out to help someone in need, you are connecting with yourself. Remember, we are all one. The law of vibration, it states everything in this universe vibrates, everything from the tiniest subatomic particle, so small the human eye can't even see it, to the grandest, most awe-inspiring celestial body. All is in constant motion, my friends, all of it emitting a unique frequency. It's like a beautiful, silent symphony playing all around us. Think of it like tuning into your favorite radio station. You carefully adjust that dial until you find the frequency that brings in the music you want to hear, the music that resonates with your soul in the same way your thoughts, your emotions, even your physical body vibrate at a specific frequency. What are you broadcasting to the world? Are you sending out frequencies of fear, of doubt, of insecurity, or are you radiating love, joy, and abundance? The law of vibration tells us that we attract what we are, what we put out there. So choose your frequency wisely and watch the magic unfold. So we've talked about the interconnectedness of all things, the vibrations we send out into the universe. Now let's talk about what bridges that gap between the intentions we hold in our hearts and the manifestations we see in our lives. That bridge, my friends, is the law of action. It's the understanding that our dreams, no matter how beautiful or how grand, will always remain just that, dreams, unless we put in the work. It's not enough to simply think about what we want, to wish upon a star. We have to get up, we have to show up, and we have to take action. Imagine a writer filled with stories who dreams of having a best-selling novel, but never actually sits down to write a single word. Or a talented athlete who envisions themselves winning a gold medal, but never commits to the training, to the discipline it takes to reach that podium. Dreams without action are like seeds without soil, without water, without sunlight. They simply won't grow. So take action today. Start small, be consistent, and trust in the power of your efforts. Your dreams are waiting for you. The law of correspondence. It's one of the most powerful principles in the universe, and it simply states, as above, so below, as within, so without. What does that mean for us? It means that our outer world, the reality we experience each and every day, is simply a reflection of our inner world, of our thoughts, our beliefs, and our emotions. If your inner world is in a state of chaos, filled with negativity and self-doubt, guess what? Your outer world is going to mirror that chaos. You'll likely find yourself surrounded by drama, by negativity. But if you cultivate peace within yourself, if you work on silencing that inner critic and embrace self-love and forgiveness, you'll find that peace reflected back to you in your relationships, in your career, in every aspect of your life. So create the inner world you desire and your outer world will follow. The law of cause and effect. The law of cause and effect, it's the basic principle of action and reaction. Every single action we take, every choice we make, creates a ripple effect. It sets a consequence in motion, and that consequence shapes our destiny. Think of it like planting a garden. If you plant seeds of kindness, seeds of love, guess what you're going to harvest? A bountiful crop of joy, of connection, of love returned to you tenfold. But if you plant seeds of anger, seeds of resentment, of negativity, well, my friends, you're going to harvest a bitter crop. The law of cause and effect is constant. It's unwavering. It reminds us that we are not victims of circumstance, but rather we are powerful creators of our own reality, recognizing that every action triggers a reaction. We naturally progress to the universal law, which ensures that the outcomes we experience are in direct proportion to our deeds. The law of compensation. You've heard the saying, what you sow, you reap. That's the essence of the law of compensation. This law ensures that what you give to the world, you receive in return. And I'm not just talking about material possessions here. It's about the energy we put out into the universe. If you consistently give your time, your skills, your resources to help others, if you approach life with an open heart and a generous spirit, you will be rewarded. You'll find yourself surrounded by opportunities, by people who want to support you, to lift you up. The law of attraction, it's a powerful force. It states that you attract into your life what you focus on. Your thoughts, your feelings, they act like magnets, drawing in experiences that vibrate at the same frequency. If you constantly focus on negativity, on lack, on what you don't have, you're going to attract more of the same. But if you shift your focus, if you start focusing on abundance, on gratitude, on the good in your life, you'll be amazed at what begins to manifest. It's not about wishful thinking, it's about aligning your energy with what you desire. Start visualizing your dreams as if they've already come true. Feel the joy, the gratitude, as if they're already yours. And then take inspired action. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy. It reminds us that everything in this universe is energy, and like the ever-changing tides, it's constantly changing and transforming. Think of water, my friends. It can exist as ice, as a flowing river, as vapor rising up into the sky, always changing, always adapting. Our thoughts too are energy, and they hold incredible power. They have the power to create, to manifest, to transform our lives and the world around us. So be mindful of the thoughts you allow to take root in your mind. Are they thoughts of fear, of limitation, or are they thoughts of hope, of possibility, of boundless potential? By understanding this, we can actively participate in the continuous transformation of energy, thereby manifesting our desires into reality. The law of relativity, it's all about perspective. It tells us that everything is relative. What seems like an insurmountable mountain to one person might be a molehill to another. Our experiences, our beliefs, they shape our perception of reality. So often, we compare our journeys to those around us and we find ourselves feeling inadequate, discouraged. But the truth is, there is no right or wrong path. What matters is that you find what lights you up, what sets your soul on fire, and that you pursue it with all your heart. The law of polarity, it teaches us that everything has an opposite. Light and darkness, joy and sorrow, love and fear, they're not separate entities, but rather two sides of the same coin. They are interconnected, interdependent. We can't truly appreciate the light without having experienced the darkness. We can't fully embrace joy without having known sorrow. This law reminds us to embrace the duality of life, to find balance in the midst of opposites. It's in those contrasting experiences that we learn our greatest lessons, that we discover the strength and resilience we never knew we possessed. The law of rhythm, it's the natural ebb and flow of life. Just like the seasons change, just like the tides roll in and out, everything in the universe moves in cycles. There are ups and downs, periods of growth and periods of rest, times of abundance and times of letting go. This law reminds us that nothing lasts forever, and that's okay. It's in those cycles, in those rhythms, that we find our strength, our resilience. Finally, let's talk about the law of gender. And before you jump to any conclusions, this law isn't about physical sex, it's about something much deeper. It's about the universal principles of masculine and feminine energies that reside within each and every one of us. These energies are the foundational forces of creation, the Shiva and the Shakti, the yin and the yang, the sun and the moon. The masculine energy, it's about action, about assertion, about logic and structure. The feminine energy, it's about receptivity, about intuition, about nurturing and creativity. And we need both of these energies, my friends, in perfect harmony to truly thrive. When we embrace the full spectrum of who we are, when we honor both the masculine and the feminine within, that's when we unlock our full potential. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey through the 12 universal laws. These laws, they're not just some abstract concepts, they're powerful tools, roadmaps to help us navigate this journey called life. I hope these insights inspire you, empower you to live a more connected, a more balanced, a more fulfilling life. Remember, my friends, you are not a drop in the ocean, you are the mighty ocean in every drop. So go out there, live your truth, and know that you have the power within you to create the life of your dreams. Don't forget to like this video if it resonated with you, share it with your loved ones, and subscribe to Mindful Insights for more wisdom and inspiration. Until next time, stay mindful and stay inspired.